just kind of, after having a chance to digest everything from the weekend, your thoughts about where you're at right now?
That's a great question. I was thinking about that earlier. I don't know if I should be excited about competing and being right there in games, or disappointed because we're not getting wins. Um, Obviously, with the group that we're playing with, it's a challenge and a struggle, but we're working hard and we're right there and we're hoping to get over the hump one of these games.
So is it a matter of you guys had to kind of behind the eight ball with all the injuries? You guys had less time to kind of try to find, yourself as a team with some of the key players going out, while other teams were kind of the full strength and had the whole season.
I think we know who we are and what we can do, and it's just trying to raise our level, especially on the defensive side. We're just really struggling stopping teams, and there's only so much you can do. I mean, you can try throwing different stuff at them, but you can raise your level to a certain point, and that's as high as you're going to get. And so we're trying to do everything we can to hold teams to a lower number and try to get one more point than them.
Sarah's status right now?
Sarah Cash, she's out, and I would say most likely redshirting. I mean, we're pretty sure she's going to redshirt now. She just can't. Every time she comes back and tries to practice, it's still in pain right away. And just like this week, you're going into 3 games in 5 days. She wouldn't be able to do it. So.
I'm just asking, is this a residual effect from what the injury she had in the ACL, or is it just something different?
Well, it's different from her ACL from high school. She hurt this knee. It's the opposite knee this summer, and took a lot of time off to let it heal. Came back to practice. It was still hurting, and went in and actually had arthroscopic surgery on it to try to take some things out of there that were bothering her, and then came back from that and just still in pain. Wasn't able to give it enough time to heal, so the only thing that can help her is just giving her a lot of time off, and so that's what we're doing.
Sean, do you talk to other coaches who've kind of gone through this, or maybe there's no other coach who's gone through it, but I mean, how do you kind of keep it all together?
I've tried to find some coaches that have gone through this. I mean, every coach has been through, their top kid getting injured, or maybe their top 2, but not, four, at least that I've talked to. Right now we're at three, our top 3 kids out for the season, and a 4th starter out indefinitely. I'm not sure if you guys, Allison Smolinski's in under concussion protocol right now, so we're not sure when she's going to be back. But holding it together is a challenge. There's no question. We're just trying to focus on the little things. The young players getting that experience and getting better. They're obviously getting a ton of time. A huge bright spot for us lately has been Morgan Brunner. She's came in and did an unbelievable job, from basically not playing at all to 15 minutes a game the last couple games, and that's what we're trying to find, those players that haven't had time that come in and really make a big difference. And we're so close to getting a big road win. And it just didn't fall for us, but we're hoping now. We got a nice 3 stretch at home, where a chance to play in front of the home crowd, and who knows what could happen. I mean, we're trying to stay positive and trying to get that first one and go from there.
How many healthy players do you have now? Where did you dress her?
Yeah, there's 12 right now.
And I don't know.
Oh yeah, there's 11 right now.
Okay. So I don't know. I don't know how it works. I mean, can you add players or not, or?
Well, luckily we added several players. I think we only had 12 players last year on our roster, and we started with 16 this year. So fortunately, we started with a big roster, which I'm not normally a fan of, but thank goodness we did. My assistants do a great job of finding really good walk-ons and kind of building our roster from there. Just like Morgan Brunner is a walk-on and playing well for us right now. So that was a huge key.
But you can't add right now,
I don't know if you could or not. I mean, we wouldn't, but I mean, you could. I mean, we're not to that point where, you know, we need to take players off, off of campus to. I mean, because that's who you would have to add, people that are already going to school here. So.
Talk a little bit about the weekend, starting with UIC.
UIC just played Green Bay very tough. I mean, it was a close game throughout the whole thing. I think it ended up 11 or 12, something like that. And they're, a very athletic team. They can put on a lot of pressure. They like to transition. So that will give us problems. I think Valpo is more like us than some of the other teams in terms of what they do and, how they try to win games. And then Cleveland State, obviously, we already played. So they're playing well. They've won 2 of their last 3. They got beat by Wright State pretty good on Saturday. But, we had a really tight game with them over there. So hopefully, being at home and, hopefully having everyone healthy, we can have a chance to get that one.
What are the things with its athleticism and tempo that it still kept UIC from being more successful, do you think, that maybe we could take advantage of?
Well, knock on wood, they don't shoot it overly well from the 3, but I mean, Northern Kentucky really didn't either, and they shot really well. So we're just trying to focus on the details. A lot of the freshmen are still trying to figure out the speed of the game and where to be, when to be, be in the right spots at the right time. So it's a work in progress, and I feel like if we keep coming, we're right there. I think even in the Wright State game, we cut it down fairly close towards the end, and then they went on a little run at the end. But if you keep plugging away and working hard and doing the right things, you'll break through, and that kind of confidence of getting 1 can lead into 2 and 3, and can kind of turn the season.
Kind of a tough stretch here over the next 5 days, starting Thursday, 3 games in 5 days.
You know what? It is tough, and with our kind of limited roster, it makes it a little bit tougher. But I'm glad we're at home. They're all teams that we feel like we can compete with, and any given night, we're looking for that breakthrough win.
And Smolinski, when was that concussion?
That was in the first half against Wright State. So.
And you said there's a 5th player out then?
Izzy Meese sprained her ankle, so that limits us a little bit more.